Thank you. Yeah, I'm Jason Helpin. I'm a single guy. We'll start there. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's gonna stay that way for a while. I have a lot of single friends too, and a lot of them talk about like having one night stands. Like that's a thing, I guess. And it's just different for me though. I guess it's not my style. Like I've always had two nightstands, like one on each side of the bed. Put a lamp on each one. My bedside storage space is basically doubled, so it really comes in handy actually. But I did have a one night stand one time, and maybe this is why I don't do it now. Everything went well the night, but the next morning she said, "Oh, can I make you a bowl of cereal?" And I was like, "Yes, awesome." But then she poured in the milk first. That's the right reaction. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. That's like putting the condom inside the girl and then having sex with her. Like, it's completely illogical and just gonna make a big mess. I don't understand that. But I know something recently with all the girls I've been interested in. Like, they all have something in common. I guess you could say it's like my thing. They all have boyfriends. And yeah, it's true. But I actually come up with a good strategy of kind of like how to deal with that. Like first, I befriend the girl, right? Like getting really close with her. Then I'll actually befriend the guy, like gain his trust. And then, this is my favorite part, I have two new friends. Step 4 of that plan is actually I die alone. But that it actually works better. Like recently I've actually noticed, I've gotten to the point where I'm getting turned down by the people I thought I was settling for. Like it's a sad moment in anyone's life right there, is when that happens. But my last relationship lasted about 3 months, which was 2 or 3 months longer than it should have. Like she was really sweet, really nice and everything, but we just didn't have any spark, chemistry, anything like that. But she did have a Tempur-Pedic bed. I don't know if you guys have slept in a Tempur-Pedic bed. Supports you in ways a woman never could. The joke's better if you sleep on it. But that actually made me realize, like, have you ever seen a mattress store that wasn't having its grand opening or going out of business sale? Like, why is the mattress marketplace so volatile? Is like Mattress Firm like a drug front, like big, like the real life Los Pollos Hermanos or something? The whole point of that joke is to watch Breaking Bad. I'm just trying to get you guys to watch better television. It's really the whole thing. Yeah, but being single, sometimes I have to watch pornography, just throwing it out there. But like I'm at the right age where like the internet wasn't always available. Like when I was a kid, porn was Sears catalogs and imagination. But actually, one time when I was a kid, I remember me and my buddies were out, like playing in the woods, and we found a Playboy. It was all like waterlogged and dirty and everything, but we were still like so excited. Just couldn't believe it. I remember thinking like, man, what are the odds? Turns out pretty good, because like as I got older, every friend of mine has a story about finding porn somewhere in nature. Like, oh yeah, we were playing by the lake in the desert. Like, who's this humanitarian just littering the nation with porn? Like that guy deserves some sort of holiday, or at least a brand of lotion or Kleenex named after him. Johnson & Johnson, makes you think. And speaking of porn, where do asexuals get off? All right, 1, 2, 3, we get it. Girls who masturbate are so full of themselves. Despite their name, medicine balls do a lot more harm than good when thrown at sick people. I think like the first abstract impressionist painter was just a really good bullshitter and a really shitty painter. What do professional golfers do when they retire? It's like people golf when they retire, but they did it for a living. All right. I was watching TV a few days ago, and a commercial came on for Little Caesars. For Papa John's. I'm mixing this up. And those commercials always end the same way. They're like, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. I'm like, that's actually a really good slogan. Like, that's good. But then one for Little Caesars did come on, and it was like, Little Caesars, hot and ready. Like, that's the best thing you can say about your pizza? It's the right temperature, and it's available. It was like, Little Caesars, it's technically pizza taken? Seems you could do better. I ran into a friend recently who I hadn't seen in a while. So I asked how he was doing, and he said he was doing well, but he was actually recovering from being a hardcore heroin addict. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm happy you're doing well. But in my head, all I could think is, why did you say hardcore? Like, you've been like, I'm a recovering heroin addict. I'm like, hold on. Let me stop you right there, friend. Are we talking hardcore? Softcore? No, this is a story from a fucking amateur. I'm like, what's the difference between hardcore and softcore? I guess with hardcore, you can show the needle going in. Someone got it. But like, are there casual heroin users out there? And he was just like, you know me, man. I don't do it all the time, but when I have a couple beers, I like to do heroin. I had a really long week at work, so I went home, drew a bath, lit some candles, and did heroin. It's really aggressive. But I don't do any drugs myself, you know, but I like to drink. I enjoy drinking. The one thing I don't like about drinking is nights always like, end the same way. You know, you end up eating something unhealthy, fast food, drive-through, whatever. I just wish once it was like, dude, I just got hammered last night. Went home, made myself this kale and quinoa salad, drenched it in low-carb vinaigrette. Oh yeah, it was organic. I said I was hammered, not a monster. And it's like, you don't even have the choice that late at night. It's not like there's like healthy options. I'm pretty sure like Robertos don't even exist until you've had 5 beers. They're like sirens that appear calling the drunks to them. Let's see, speaking of drinking, I hate my job. Those kind of connect. Yeah. I don't know, I just kind of feel like I'm like stuck, you know, like in a rut, underappreciated, underpaid. I kind of feel like I'm in a pyramid scheme, to be honest. I'm not sure why, but I feel like I'm trapped in this like big pyramid scheme. I work at the Luxor. And yeah. I have a lot of downtime at work though, so I spend a lot of time online. And the other day I went to one of those sites where you can see where all the registered sex offenders are in your area. And like, it was pretty staggering. You know, it definitely surprised me. It just made me think though, like, man, why would so many people register to be a sex offender? Like, I'm not even registered to vote, but these guys are like filling out forms to be known as a child molester. Like, just skip the paperwork. Like, I don't understand. And you know what the worst part about child molesters are? They have sex with children. It's like in the name, guys. You should pick up on that. But I do like some things on the internet, like are really like, you see those videos where the military person comes home and surprises their family? You know, it's like they go to their work or school and like everyone's crying. It's always these like emotional moments. I really like those, but like, there's always the one where they bring down the woman at halftime of like the Super Bowl. And they're like, we're gonna bring down Barbara right now. I just want to show our appreciation. You know, hasn't seen her husband in 4 years, so let's give it up for her. Yeah, we're definitely gonna bring her husband out or anything. Just brought her in front of a stadium of people to clap for her. Oh my God, there he is. What a moment, what a surprise. It's like, of course you have to bring him out, because like, what's the alternative? You bring a woman in front of tens of thousands of people and then don't bring her husband out? Like, she's seen the video, she knows how this is supposed to go. It's like, let's give it up for Barbara. Back to your seat. Go Bears. It's just depressing. Actually, I work with this guy too, and I don't know, he's always telling stories, and have you ever heard someone tell you a story that wasn't racist at all, but then the way they told it, they actually made it racist? Like, it was a very basic thing. He was like, I was in the grocery store walking down the aisle, and then these 2 black guys came up, and I was like, why are you whispering black guys? Like, we're allowed to say black. Like, are we throwing them a surprise party? Because, like, if that's the case, like, I get it. But other than that, I guess, like, thank you for letting me know you're racist. Like, I appreciate that. Let's see, I'll do one more here. Anyone believe in ghosts? Anyone have any, like, supernatural experiences at all? Good enough. I'm doing the joke anyway, so might as well cheer. I don't believe it myself. You know, I feel it would have to happen to me for me to buy in 100%. But I've like tons of friends and family who've had these experiences, and you know, they're all like, just millions of people have had these experiences every year. Like, millions of people, can't be wrong. Really? Nickelback's last album went double platinum. The Kardashians have 4 TV shows. Some of you didn't laugh at these jokes. My point is, people are wrong all the time. All right, guys, I'm Jason Helband. Thank you so much for your time.